Hello, everybody's eyeballs. Lord Squirrel here, and welcome to SquirrelPlay. Today we have for you a special treat. It is Gahkthun of the Golden Lightning. We're going to play a little bit of it and give a few thoughts. And I have with me the ever glorious, lovely Kitty.
Hello, everybody.
Uh, so, for those of you who are disinterested completely, Gahkthun the Golden Lightning is a visual novel that is currently being published by Manga Gamer in English. However, I will I will give you the opening screen for this game very quick, just real quick, like. Okay, please note the game, not this video, but this game contains strong sexual scenes, including instances of sexual violence. Everybody's fictional, including those loosely based on historical figures. Now, this first line is absolutely true. This one was actually made it on Steam completely uncut from its original version. Once again, you have been warned. There won't be anything like that in the video, but if you're a parent and your 13-year-old is asking you for a copy of this game, you might want to think twice. Unless, of course, you like that. Unless, of course, you want them to have it at that point, by all means. All right. All right. Yep. You start with the configuration menu. It'll tell us all about that. I've actually poked around in here a bit, just to kind of make sure it works and do all the normal stuff. Uh huh. A city school independent from the French regime. It's 1908, and life is maybe not good for certain croc of squirrels. Engine science. It's actually kind of a steampunk thing we got, a little steampunk motif we've got through the whole game. A 100,000 students is a large school. That's actually bigger than most cities at that time. Well, cities in the real world. What do you think, Kite?
Well, it's a very old school.
Very big school.
Yeah.
It became one anyway, thanks to him. Probably just barely.
Let's see what it is about.
He bought her for all of 30 coins. That seems like it would be a little short, you know? Whose wife is actually worth 30 coins of silver?
Not mine.
Well, I should think that yours would be worth quite a bit more. My one and only
Yeah.
master. So they actually are going to get. They're actually. This one's done by Liarsoft originally, and they get a little over dramatic, as is their tendency. Um, some of the naughtier scenes are written fairly lightly, but that's also a habit that particular that particular dev company actually does. And hear the bell? That's not the school bell. In other words, that was here we go, Mr. Tesla. It's a big bell shaped like a cloud, shaped out of clouds. What do you think?
Yeah.
The pealing of a bell. Yep. They're also way into like the whole purple prose thing. A bell suspended under twisted purple sky. Well, apparently Mr. Tesla can because, well, that's a thing. A certain secret society. Well, we're like way deep into conspiratorial territory already, and we just got here. One man alone gazed at the bell. The audio is in fact in Japanese, and if you really want to learn it, sometimes it actually helps to do this. Likened to lightning and to steel. Well, okay. Arrogant, haughty, incomparably eccentric. Yeah, that would describe Mr. Tesla, wouldn't it? At least the way we come to know of him in this day and age. Hundreds of 100 million, hundreds of millions. An eccentric without peer. Ooh, and the bell here is in bold even then.
Oh, my video crashed.
Your video crash?
Yes.
Well, that's no fun. We can't have that.
Hold on a second.
Tell me,
Go
insolent bell.
Go ahead.
DeMargny's clock. The flute at the end of the world. Yeah, okay, whatever. How did Bell scream? I want to know. It groaned, it screamed. Again with the whole screaming thing. What's up with that? Okay. A covenant and a contract are very, very, very similar creatures. Okay. Sky at Bell Light. Okay. Did I miss something here, Kete? Because this guy's a nut.
Yeah, they have a very strange shape.
Well, even then, he says he's an enemy of the world. Oh, and they've been replaced, apparently. He's a cyborg. And the machine belt roared to life. Well, okay. I'm not sure what the machine belt is for, but... Well, is it for a playground for the likes of you then, maybe? I don't know. So here is our over-dramatic primary character introduction. Kind of. Maybe. No, this is a fairy tale. Right. Okay.
Oh, one exercise for the reader.
Okay. Say you were to obtain power. You try to use as little as possible. All that is noble and all that is radiant. That's kind of a narrow view there, pal.
You know, Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely, Lord Acton.
Yep.
彼は戦士となりました。彼は世
Okay.
界を守ります。戦士として、雷電と化して、
Right.
まるで人ではないかのように。
So he is alternating current, personified. Okay.
彼は戦士と言う。
What is the world precisely? Well, I would think that that would include everything that's actually on the planet.
Well, we can move beyond, but let's stick to the planet to make it simpler.
Mm-hmm. A scale, a teeter, yeah. Again, way over dramatic, but then Lyrasoft is known for these things.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Lyrasoft's work, and have read them extensively in the past, what's going on here won't surprise you. And what I've seen of this so far is that it actually does have a fairly deep story to it. It's not an issue that not an issue that I want to bring up. It's not an issue I want to, beat it over the head with. Um, but this prose is actually rather purple at this point. I think we're actually getting beyond purple into well and truly bruised. All right, here is the Academia, enemy of the world. The road to school. And now we're talking about the poor girl in the third person. There's only slightly polluted. Well, okay, that's a bonus. Well, you got a city of 100,000 freaking people, or 100,000 students, let alone all the support people. Yeah, I think the sidewalks would be kind of cramped. What do you think, Kite?
Well, it seems too calm for me. After all this dramatic build up,
Up there she is. Neon is apparently her name. Given that we're dealing with Nikola Tesla, I'm not really surprised. Neon Scalar. Okay. It wasn't like this is our first or second day here. It would probably take months to get completely used to that, especially if you're from a heavily wooded area and you're being thrust into an urban environment. If you have to ask, then the answer is no. So why do you look terrified? Then move along, please. A little, if it's a little strange, but you haven't quite got used to it yet. Except that it's like nothing she'd experienced in her previous 18 years of freaking life. Engine physics. I can imagine why there would be very little tolerance for mysteries. Erudite Scholar class emission reductions. They got the Erudite Scholar thing. I'm not sure if that word means what they think it means, or at least in the context that they're trying to use it. Except that London and Paris are probably festering shitholes with all the pollution. Okay, so she's from Austria. We've learned a new thing about her.
Hmm. So this is the academia.
Yep, it's an artificial island off the coast of France, in the Bay of Marseille, and it seems like you've got some sort of large train wreck going on. Yeah, a uniform. Just you had. See, that actually bugs me.
100,000.
100,000 students with a small number of teaching staff. Yes, and you're freaking out because you're from the forest. Because probably don't need one there that often. I don't know what the tower's about. The council tower.
Tower. Ooh.
Yes, you're in Mechanicsburg, and that is Castle Heterodyne. Let's move on. And I'll give bonus points to anybody that can put in the comments exactly where that came from. Chateau d'If. Okay. This is actually running a little slower than I had anticipated. That's all right though. As it goes on, things start to build up quite a bit better.
Gahkthun offshore.
Yep, and with that, I actually do intend to go poking around in this game quite a bit more. It was on my list of things to get my hands on almost since release, and I'm kind of looking forward to doing the rest of it. And who knows, maybe Kitty will help me.
Of course.
All right. So first impressions are actually fairly good. Not a big fan of the way the way the localization team went about doing the whole purpley bruise type prose, but sadly, that's the way it is. If they changed the translations to streamline it a bit anymore, it probably would have. Folks that like the original probably would have thrown a fit. So, not to mention Liarsoft would most definitely have thrown a fit.
My guess it's that they are trying to establish the ambience that this is happening in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives some strange look to the things. I'm not completely comfortable with it. I am guessing here, it's just an opinion. I would need the confirmation from the devs that this is their intention to create an ambience that has to do with the timeline where this is happening in 1908.
That'd be a fair guess, regardless. But like I said, I don't go in very deep for big flowery prose, and that's actually what they're headed for here. I expect to see English spoken a little differently, But
Mhm.
you know,
This
just
is going along the lines of a visual novel, so the ambience is very important.
yes, it is.
But
I'm not disagreeing with
uh,
that,
uh,
and couldn't if I wanted to.
yeah, we will have to go into this deeper and then come back with a more
A proper
detailed review.
review, yes, we will.
Yeah.
All right then. I think that's going to be it for us for this particular episode. Looking good so far. Don't know how it's going to end. We will find out in due time, and I'll probably take some screenshots here and there to kind of liven the review up a little bit. But until next time, be safe, be sane, and
Let's make games fun again.
see you